right, we're getting started here, getting the stream set up and everything. Let me make sure this is feeding audio. Okay, good. Okay, cool. It's a little delayed there. All right. We are good to go. What is up? We've got colorful in here. It's been a minute. It's been a while here. Pull this up here. We are also live on Twitch and YouTube streaming. We are inside Decentraland. Got a little meditation video playing with my own AI music. Composing AI music, loving it. It's been a really missing element of a lot of my animations. So to be able to make my own music, have that element, definitely adding to these videos, and it's been a pretty powerful experience here. And yeah, doing this 12-week course with the Artist's Way, finally, and it's been a while. I've had this book for a long time, and just kind of been sitting on the bookshelf, but returning to it. I was given this book like 11 years ago, like in 2012, and just been sitting on it. I was given to it because I was doing these morning writings, and I was talking about it with someone, and they gave me this book. Because of that, they're like, oh, she does morning writings and is really big on it. And she talks about it, the importance of morning writings and tapping in with your creativity, and morning writings, just let it all out. Just let it all out. It's not for anyone else to read. It's not even really for you to go back and read if you don't want to. It's just about letting it out. Maybe you come back to it 5 years or whatever, however many time, and you'll kind of look at it and give you some perspective. But yeah, I just want to say what's up, Colorful? What's up, Kat? I know Kat is out and about on this Sunday, and I will be too later. So definitely get it. Appreciate it. Stopping by anyway.
Yes, I did post the space on the Spooky Cute group chat because I honestly just missed the spaces with the homies, and that was basically it. Hi, Kat.
Oh my God. Hi guys. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I'm currently doing makeup in a closet. That's okay. But you gotta do what you gotta do. But
at least you have a closet.
We go to dying, right? I can sit in here. It's not that bad. It's kind of cool. It reminds me of my back in the day closet days where I just used to sit in there and just take a breather. Sometimes life get a little crazy, and sometimes you need a little space to just kind of sit just sit with your thoughts. And I like this idea of writing things down, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Notes in your phone is a good way to kind of get thoughts down and stuff like that. That's what I tend to do, because my phone is always on me. But I think it's also smart to write it down, say in a journal or a diary. So I feel I need to get better at that, because I feel everything is so digital and technology nowadays. It's you don't even have pen and paper anymore. There is no paper and pencil anymore. So I'm just okay. We need to get back to that, them traditional tools. But hi guys.
Yeah, I use notes for a lot of things, but when I recently started having several journals, one is to write really random things that I need. The other one is just kind of to write my thoughts and really go in, like Bleace was saying, morning writing whenever I can. And then I have one that I recently, that's smaller, that I take with me when I go on my day journeys, and just be able to have that just to write down what I'm experiencing and what I'm seeing, because I think that's so cool to kind of document. I take a lot of videos and photos, you guys already know that, but I think it's kind of cool to write it down on paper too, of the things that are around you and what you're doing, because in however many years, you'll look back and be oh crap, I was sitting at that little coffee shop and that was going on, or I saw something crazy happening on the street or whatever, just little anecdotes that your own memory probably wouldn't be able to memorize. So I think that part of it is really cool. And I was just talking about like doing memory, more memory tests too, since a lot of like, especially women, like when we get older, we're the ones that actually have the highest percentage of like losing a lot of our memory. So I'm gonna try to be more just conscious of that. Not be too hard on myself, but yeah, try to be a little more conscious of like writing things down and like helping out my memory. And it was funny you were saying the closet thing because we recorded, I think, some of Bleace's audiobook or something in a closet before. And I think a lot of songs, like great songs, have been recorded in closets. So shout out to walk-in closets for being people's studios. Oh, I love
No,
that.
it's
Yeah.
recommended because the clothes kind of absorb some of the sound, so you get pretty good sound in there if you do have a walk-in closet.
I'm in my studio right now.
Yeah, don't bug me. I'm in the studio. I love it.
Cat's in the studio. She's in the glam room.
I wish. Like, at this rate, I just need to put a table in here. A little vanity.
I'm pretty sure our loft apartment in Connecticut also had a huge closet like up in the little loft, and that was Bleace's office. So we're here for it.
All right, I just want to read this about what she says about morning writings, morning pages. Morning pages are non-negotiable. Never skip or skimp on morning pages. Your mood doesn't matter. The rotten thing your censor says doesn't matter. We have this idea that we need to be in the mood to write. We don't. Morning pages will teach you that your mood doesn't really matter. Some of the best creative work gets done on the days when you feel that everything you're doing is just plain junk. The morning pages will teach you to stop judging and just let yourself write. So what if you're tired, crabby, distracted, stressed? Your artist is a child, and it needs to be fed. Morning pages feed your artist child. So write your morning pages. 3 pages of whatever crosses your mind. That's all there is to it. If you can't think of anything to write, then write. I can't think of anything to write. I can't think of anything to write. I can't think anything to write. Do this until you fill 3 pages of I can't think of anything to write. Do anything until you have filled 3 pages. When people ask, why do we write morning pages? I joke, to get to the other side. And I like that phrase because I'm a fan of The Doors and Jim Morrison and his song Break On Through to the Other Side. Like, morning pages really do help you like have these breakthroughs. And I was just doing them naturally, but like having someone like her push you to say like, no, this is a commitment to yourself. This is a commitment to your inner child, and it's creating this way and like just letting it flush out. Like, it feels like a weight comes off of your shoulders, and like the more you do it, it doesn't become a task. It becomes like, I don't feel right because I didn't do my morning pages. And Colorful has been with me long enough to know, like, when I'm not, if I haven't created in a few days, I start to get like snappy and like I don't feel right. And like, if I don't write, I get that way, and I'm like, okay. And now this is kind of like a reminder to get back to that. And I kind of went away from it a little bit. After I wrote the novels, I was kind of just like done with writing altogether. Like, I had done so much writing and so much concentrated writing where I just needed a break from it. And that just kind of broke all of my habits and that I had built up. And now I'm like getting back to that routine. And I've definitely noticed a difference within myself. And it's a process, it's a practice, but it really does help you in so many ways. And she even says like later on, it's like, even if you're not an artist, like this will help. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, whatever, we all have stresses. We all have everyday, things that we are dealing with. We all have thoughts. Like, we have this voice inside our head. Like, what is this voice? It comes from our environment, and it's like, let it out. And like, it does give you perspective. If you're stressing about a situation, writing it out will get you to see that from a different perspective. And one thing I love to do in these morning writings is write down dreams. I know a lot of us don't remember our dreams, but I just find that is such a great source of creative material that I find myself going back to. And I've gone back now and was reading morning pages that I wrote in 2012 when I was starting this, to take this seriously, in 2011. And it's like, who is that person? It's like that, like, it's wild. Like, a lot of them I've never returned to. Some of them I did because I knew I wrote like a good poem or something in there. And a lot of my poetry is free flowing poetry anyway. So like these morning pages, it's like you go through that and then you just start hitting the stride of it. And if you're thinking of a project or whatever, I can't express enough like how much morning pages just help. And they help with creative blocks. If you're having a creative block, just flow. Like she says, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Shut up about that bullshit excuse that you're telling yourself, like, I'm not in the mood, I'm not this, I'm not that. Just go, scribble. If you want to just scribble, just fucking scribble. There's times I don't handwrite mine either. And like Kat, you were saying, the phone notes. Yes, phone notes. Anything that you have on hand that you can easily access. Like, it doesn't have to be handwriting, although that is like a form in itself. And I have that too. And like, I'll just scribble sometimes. Like, it could just be a doodle that you're doing for that period of time. And I'll schedule out like a time in my day that works. For me, it's like 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I try to just focus on this and whatever for that time. She says 30 minutes, which is understandable. You could definitely get this done in 30 minutes, and sometimes it is 30 minutes for me, but I just try to give myself some cushion. But yeah.
I was just sitting here sharing the space. Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long since we really hosted spaces. And I think it was because of the same reason. Like, we're kind of just sitting here. Like, I'm glad that we're kind of sitting here just chatting, just us. But I think the culture of Twitter spaces has gotten even weirder since we used to host them. And I just don't know. I don't know if, like, I hate being like that kind of shameless person that's like, let's DM everybody that we know about our Twitter space. Like, we're just not like that. And I know that that's kind of what's required for people to know, because they don't see this ish like on their, like, nothing's chronological anymore on the timeline. Like, I swear, when I go on Twitter, I'm like, I see the For You and I see like a bunch of like random viral stuff and whatever, but like I don't even know. My mind's kind of just going everywhere.
Algorithm.
Yeah. But I just remember exactly why we kind of stopped doing this, because I was like, it's fun to have these conversations though. Like, I think we get something out of it regardless, like if it's just kind of us hanging out. But it's just like kind of discouraging when it's like, where are all these people that we connected with like for months and like years really? Like, where are they at? Like, where is everybody?
Gone.
Yeah.
In another cult.
Or they're either
I
gone,
don't know.
or they're like,
They lost,
like gone,
confused.
or like really gone. Like some are gone as in like, okay, we're just not doing Twitter anymore, and we're just normal humans again. We're like normies, or like they're gone into some, I don't know, like I don't even know what goes on in this crypto world anymore. And I'm just like, okay, well, I cannot relate. Even the other day, Bleace was like saying something about Tezos something. I was like, I can't even, like, I'm literally like, my brain just cannot handle whatever is happening.
It's a free claim on your Tezos domain. You get, they're just giving you free money for a Tezos domain. This has been a long time coming for this. I claimed mine because I have like 5 Tezos domains. And yeah, they give you this, and I think it's a pretty cool thing. But yeah, I get it though.
Stake it.
I get it though. I get it. As soon as I say anything Web3 or NFT, Colorful's like immediately no. Immediately, no. It's gonna be a no. And yeah, the culture has changed. I felt it, and like that. I saw that article of like it's been a year since he took over. I just remember screaming as soon as the rumors were coming out, like, no, this is not good. This is not good. It's not just against him at all. It really is not. It's like any one person running this, like, that's just a recipe for disaster. And especially someone as busy as him with other companies, it's like, no. And he was forced by a judge to buy this, and it shows now. It really shows, like, he's being like a child with it. And no, tens of millions of people have left this app and just stopped using it. And I know that there's also like security concerns with, our private information being on this, and him kind of willing to make any kind of money that he can, and is selling this information to anyone who's really buying it. And if you look at the ads that are being shown on here, it's like, yo, these are like links that I would never click, and it's being promoted. Like, who is doing the filtering of this? Like, this looks like such a scam. Like, first 100 to claim, like, and I've accidentally clicked on some links recently of just scrolling the timeline, and it's like, yo, like, ask me to go to that first. Like, are you sure you want to go to this? Like, I know those like safety measures are on other things. Like, are you sure you want to go to this app? Or like Discord asks you, are you sure you want to go to this link? It's like, I want that for Twitter at this point. Like, I don't know what these ads
I
are.
I drive down Twitter lane, or I guess X lane now, and I lock my doors. Like, I'm scared. Like, Lil Ribbit has been dragged to the dirt. I don't know. Like, Lil Ribbit's not safe out here. And I don't feel safe at all. Like, in this app, I get scared even opening it up in public when there's like a huge X on my screen. I'm like, not with it. I'm like, this is not the vibe at all. I was like telling my friend, I just miss customizable, fun social media. Like, I don't want social media to be scary. Like, I just want it to be fun, and it just doesn't feel fun. Like, I'll still come and post here because, I mean, it is what it is, but it's just not enjoyable. It's not giving the serotonin, and the ads are just very, very strange, as you were saying. Like, everything, like the whole environment
Oh
is just
yeah, and that was kind of the coup de grace for a lot of the companies. Once he switched it over to X, they did not want to promote on there, and like they were already pulling out. And then it's like, once he changed that, they were even more out on that. So advertisers are not wanting to promote on this at all. But yeah, I just wanted to host this space. It's the first one in months, and it's been crazy. But just to say what's up, just to say what's up. We're still here. We're still creating. You can catch me on Twitch. I'm live as often as I can on Twitch and on YouTube. We're still out and about, putting out as much content as we can. I know Colorful's putting out. Wanted to talk about Colorful's vlog. She's been going in since moving to NYC. We've been really going in and trying to make the most of being in the city and getting out there. And I wanted to talk about this 12-week artist journey that I'm going on. And we talked about one of the things, which is morning pages, writing morning pages, non-negotiable. Every morning you're writing out whatever comes to your mind for that period of time. You just let it out, write it out. But the second part of that is the artist date. And it's just between you and your inner child, your inner artist child. It's just you going out there, and going to the park or going to a library, whatever it is. You're taking your little artist child, your little inner child out, and it's just for an hour or two. You're just getting out, you're just walking, and the physical, mental health benefits of just going on a 20-minute walk, even if it's a 20-minute walk, just to do that can increase that serotonin, and just if you look at the brain under an MRI scan after it's gone, after a 20-minute walk, of just how many changes. So if you're feeling that creative block or whatever, if you're feeling stressed of, a computer program crashed on you or whatever it may be, we can get mad at computers, but they're inanimate objects, and so you getting angry isn't going to make it work faster. It's not going to bring back that file. To just and we've talked about acceptance too, of just accepting what you can control and what you can't control. We all have those daily obstacles, and how do we react to those daily obstacles, and what can we better the situation. And it's questions I have to ask myself of like, okay, this happened and I didn't handle the situation better. How can I do it better next time? And just kind of asking these questions, and these quality questions. And I want to appreciate Vandekar and Stella in here, and Kellyanne. Appreciate you. Happy Sunday, friends. We're just having a little momentary glimpses of our artist journey, and just sharing what's up. So, Vandekar, I see you come up. What's up? Happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday, guys. I've been lost, but not. Uh, and yes, the journey on this app has been pretty crazy. Um, it's funny when you just mentioned recently about feeling a certain type of way in this space. Every time I think of an app crashing, I just think of that lonely cube in Blender.
Yes, or the spinning wheel of death. When you get that spinning wheel and it's
And it's
just
just colorful and cute, but it's still scary.
It's like a nice way to tell you, hey, you're about to get screwed.
yeah. Remember not saving for the last 3 hours? Yeah, you're about to regret that. Yeah, I've learned my lesson a few times. I think we all have if you work with computers. It's brutal. It's brutal. Have tell stories for days on that, but yeah. Control S. Here's your reminder. Control S. Control save as often as you can.
I saw that it was 1, 2, 3. It's been a while since we we did that in the space, but I just want to say I'm grateful for Control Z because it has saved me many, many times.
Yes, yes. I'm grateful for everyone that's still showing up. This is awesome. And yeah, it's, we do what we can and we got to go with, your vibe. And I go off of on vibes. And that's why I was also screaming when he took over because it felt like the app was getting so good. Like the spaces were so good and the vibes were so good. I was like, don't change this. It doesn't need to change right now. Like, please just let us have this moment with these Twitter spaces being absolutely incredible right now. And it was just like, boom. And I know some people are still hosting spaces, like good for you guys and everything. But man, definitely different. But we're still having good vibes on other things and to like open yourself up to other apps. I know it's kind of crazy to me of like some people that are on Twitter are literally only on this app or maybe Reddit, but they are just only on this app. It's like that's crazy to me of like and thinking it's such a big deal to like hop over to an should I create an Instagram? Should I create this? It's like how I look at it is like yeah, especially if you're a business or something, you should have like this omnipresence on everything. And so it's kind of crazy to me. So yeah, and like there's times where Instagram feels like it's down. It's like okay, well we got this, so it's kind of cool. And sometimes it overlaps, but sometimes it's a bunch of different people. And I know I have a very different crowd on TikTok than I do on any others, and they also all say that I'm American Psycho vibes, that they keep calling me Patrick Bateman over there.
Yeah, we got him the cosplay, so
So
we
we're
can
gonna
respond
troll
to the
them.
comments.
We're gonna troll them, and I'm gonna dress up as Patrick Bateman.
But yeah, I think it's either about like, do you want like a short, a small kind of like tight knit community and you're just happy with that? Or do you want more people seeing your stuff? Because if you want more people seeing your stuff, you would not just stay on Twitter. Like, there's such a small population, especially even less. I think like once Elon took over, so many people deactivated their accounts, and I'm sure the numbers have probably grown. So it's like if you're looking for like to get your stuff out there, like this is probably not it was fine for a while and it was great for communities, but like right now it's not easy, especially if he's trying to charge everybody just to be on the app. I don't know if that's ever going to actually happen, but yeah, I think if you're trying to get your work out there, this is not really the place. Like I think Instagram, I forget the numbers, but like billions of people, and here it's like such a fraction of that. So yeah.
I think it was also timing. When when he started to take over and he bought it, and all of a sudden they just started to do this almost like an A/B testing. They started messing with the algorithm, checking things, trying things. Things would come up and we'd be like, "Oh, what the hell is this now?" And then it would last like a week, and then they would just, "Okay, let's undo that." And then they'd start over and move it to something else, and we'd get another update. And it just feels like Elon took a team together and just like, let's see what can make us more money with all this stuff we got going on Twitter's blowing up. How can we, you know, bank on this? And they just started testing stuff. So we've just been, I think X just turned into us being guinea pigs ever since Elon took over. He's just fucking testing shit and failing a lot like geniuses normally do.
Yeah, right? Like that's how it's felt. He's like, all right, let's just do this. Let's just try this. Like, okay, that's cool to some extent. Like, you want to see new things, obvious. Like, yeah, but it's kind of crazy. Um,
Do you remember the X sign on top of the building?
yeah,
It was like a huge thing, and all of a sudden it blew up, and a week later they finally got it up, and they're like, look at how awesome that is. And then he looks over and he's like, yeah, but those people across the street look like they're gonna be pissed.
didn't he get hit with a copyright or trademark infringement on the X? Because he had to change the logo, and that's why it has like the two lines, and he had to go through like a logo change because I think he got hit with a trademark or something. One of those.
Yeah, because I think he started X like a long
Mm-hmm.
time ago when he tried to do the whole bank thing.
Yeah.
But then he's trying to just rebrand the same X for a different identity, and I don't think that worked very well for him.
Yeah, and I was sharing some of your guys' pinned tweets at the top. Definitely check those out. And Kat, wanted to ask you about your dailies. I know you're doing dailies for Inktober. Loving those pieces. Very cool.
Yes, I try to catch up and do them when I can. So I know there are 31 this month, but there's like a running joke in the artist community of like, if you can make it past week 1, like good luck. Um, but I try. I really do try. If I can make it to 31 this year, this will be the first year. Because for some reason, during October, something weird always happens, like either to my accounts or something, and I can never make it past like say like maybe week 2. So fingers
They don't
crossed.
want to see us win.
Yeah, they really don't. This is why we can't have nice things. Social media is just like, no, you're not allowed. But I do try. I try to put in the effort. I do it more so like for fun. I don't want to sit here and also put pressure on myself when I immediately feel the stress or the anxiety of like, say like, oh my God, this is too much. I'll just stop. I'll be like, you know what? We'll come back to it. If we can catch up, we'll catch up. you know? So I really just try to create in the best mindset like possible. I don't like to create under like the pressures of like everything. Like say it's a challenge. I'm like, no, it's a challenge, but it should be fun. So that's what I've been doing lately. Like I'll put it away. I'll put it to the side. I'll come back. I'll do other things. And then, yeah, when I'm in a better mood, I'll be like, all right, this is the time. So I really just try to, take things with like, time and just kind of like focus on, creating good art, because I feel like if I'm rushed or if I'm too stressed, it's going to come out bad. I know it always happens to me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. Just kind of keeping my month preoccupied with like these like spooky little things, and yeah, just having fun, more so that like focusing on the art instead of like say pushing all this stuff onto people. Like I feel like before it was like a lot of pressure with like say like the Web3 space of like, oh my God, you have to like do this or do that, and like I never felt like I fit into any of that. So I just felt so out of place. And it's kind of funny that where like you do tend to look around and be like, where is everybody? But it's like we're all on different paths. And so this is nice to come together and be like, okay, what are you working on, and catching up with like people that you actually want to talk to and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, this app, you guys are right, it has become a little bit stressful. So I do tend to lean more towards say the more visual apps like Instagram, TikTok, etc. I know Twitter hates that, but it's hard to call it X. I'm just kind of like, what is this place? I'm lost. I'm confused. Someone hold my hand, like, please.
It feels like the SpongeBob episode where he goes to rock bottom and it's just weird. Like it's like the guy just like with the tongue out, and you're just like,
yes, they're spitting at you.
Yeah.
You're just like, please
you're
stop,
just
stop
you're
spitting
trying to
at
get
me.
a little treat, and it's just like, and then the bus is coming. Like it's just like there's no way out. That's how it feels in here.
There's no way out. No way out. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, like creating under stress and just like allowing it to be fun, and also recognizing your efforts, and giving yourself kudos for trying and putting that effort out there. Because if you're not recognizing your own efforts, how do you expect others to recognize your effort. So you are putting out a lot, and it is a lot to put dailies out. I was trying to do a daily video on YouTube, and the same thing. It was stressing me. It got to a stressful point where I was like, is this worth my mental health right now? No, it's not. And I would rather quality over quantity anyway. And it just got to a point where it was just really stressful. And I just had to like pivot a little bit of like, okay, I want to put out a quality video. It would have just like been putting out a video just to put out a video. But we aim for 100%, and if you land 95, 90, because there's always external things. That's the thing. It's not just your effort. You don't plan for the electricity going out. You don't plan for a hurricane coming through and flooding the entire place, or your entire city being underwater. There's just certain things you don't plan for. You don't plan for the computer to crash. There's all these little obstacles that when you look at the end product, it's not in it. It's not like you put the ending credits. Oh, by the way, on 10:15 at 12 noon, the computer crashed here. Like that doesn't get put in the credits. Like, and we just have to recognize that and realize that it's out of our control, and just to accept it, carry on.
And I can vouch that this man was like at the club, like posting his daily for YouTube shorts. So yeah, I can vouch that the dedication was very real.
Yeah, I would be out editing and just taking clips and trying to upload it, trying to find good cell service to upload the videos and stuff. Stella's come up here. What is up, Stella? Happy Sunday. What's going on?
Hi, happy Sunday. I think I told Colorful this before, but I'm really happy to say hi to everybody, to connect again. But I pretty much, you guys were like that little island in Web3 where like I felt like it was a safe harbor, you know, like when stuff was hitting the fan between like a couple, you know, groups that we shall not name. But yeah, definitely always looked forward to the party vibes, you know, every Friday, and like just talking to you guys and just hanging out in different metaverses and just chilling. So definitely brings me back. So hello everyone.
Hello. Yeah, very accurate. And I think we need to have like a reunion, maybe at the Spooky Q Gallery, at least once this month.
Yeah,
for sure. For sure. And yeah, see if there's anything. I know Spatial's working on some gaming stuff. I haven't really dived deep into that, but I know they're working on some Halloween stuff, so maybe we'll be able to, I don't know, do something with that, or IRL, or I can't say anything yet because nothing's for sure, but it would be kind of cool to do something again for Spooky Q, even if it's not like how we went in last year. Last year was fun though. But I'm just kind of trying to enjoy just whenever I can. And I feel like October is like, why is it the month that it feels like the hardest? Like I feel like it's like the month that feels like there's so much like life stuff you don't want to deal with because you just want to do the spooky cute stuff. But life is like, no, here's this and
always
that,
October.
and this and that, and
yes.
And that, and I'm like losing my absolute mind, like getting sick and this, and it's just like, okay, like let me just slow it down then, because apparently what I have in my mind is not going to happen, and I just have to accept that and just enjoy the moment and just try to do whatever I can when I can. And yeah, and also like creatively as well, because I am working on some fall vlogs, and it's not like the stuff that we've done in the past. We've really gone in before on like road trips and like everything like that, but this is gonna be like a different perspective. It's kind of like the city vibe and just seeing what this has to offer. But that's mostly everyone in this room probably already knows. But yeah, that's mostly what I've been focused on, is just that. And I was just like, I saw a video a while ago of like YouTube vlogs or just YouTubers in general. Like a lot of the times, like most creatives get burnt out because you're like doing once a week videos or like whatever, and now there's YouTube shorts and all this stuff, and then you keep going and going and going until you burn yourself out. But I like the idea of doing seasons, kind of like a TV show. So I think I'm gonna try to practice that and maybe take like a rest in November. I'm very big in participating in like no-Vember, like just slowing it down then, and just maybe that'll be kind of my season break. Like season one is over. Now we're doing like come back to season two for the holidays. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I think maybe we can take that into consideration for all like crafts. Obviously there's certain things that if that pays the bills, you got to just keep doing it regardless. But if it's something that you're just doing like passionately, I think that you should be able to figure out times for breaks like that. And I think every creative person can benefit from doing that and from actually experiencing life in order to get the inspiration for whatever you're creating. Because if we're not actually just experiencing life, then what are we actually creating if we're just trying to come up with something all the time? At least that's just how I feel about it. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, it's kind of
Yeah,
hard
talk
to have
about your
that
vlogs.
strict
Talk about
schedule.
your vlogs. I think it's like something to see on the timeline, but all the time and effort that you're putting into it, and yeah, passion projects should be sparking joy, and that's
I'll
just
post I shared the thread that I have on like my personal account, because that one has the at name for like all of my vlogs and everything. I do post them on here too, but I try to just, whenever I do post stuff on here, just keep it to photography, and maybe I'll focus more on that like in November as well. But I'll have like kind of like shifts of like different things that I'm working on. So since May, I started the YouTube blog series, and I started it kind of like with the intentions of it being like a lifestyle kind of vlog. So I am sharing like my life, and it's a cool way to document it as well, because I could, look back later on and be like, wow, I documented all these moments. And if anyone can connect to those, or if it makes your days a little brighter, that makes me happy, because it's kind of like a trial run. Like I'm literally just practicing. I don't have all the tools I really want to make these vlogs like the best that I know they can be, but it goes right back to what Bleace was saying. Just work with what you have, and that's just kind of what I started doing. Just working with what I have, just starting off. If you guys know like Mr. Beast, he's like huge on YouTube, and he says just make 100 videos, and then you can think of other things. But each video, just try to make it a little bit better, and that's just kind of what I've been doing. And yeah, just coming in with a plan. So having the first one be an NYC apartment hunting is something that people are always going to be searching. So that helps at least push my page out there to everyone. And then everything else is kind of like what I do in a week or whatever. And I really like want to get to the point where I have more time to be more specific and with videos, and hopefully help people with certain things. Like I do have a lot of ideas, but I think it's been going pretty well for being something that I am doing on the side of my full-time job, and I've been having fun with it, like Glitch was saying. As long as you're having fun. As soon as I feel like, oh my God, like it feels like a lot, I just kind of stop for a moment. Like today I could have put out a vlog, but like I'm trying to, do other things. And I went to like a couple of concerts. There was like a lot going on that I was like, I need to just enjoy moments too, because I can't just be like, I can't put myself in like a cubicle. Like that's the kind of thing that we're trying to get away from, like the 9 to 5, the cubicles. Like I'm trying to be creative and have a flow and have discipline, but also have, enjoy it and have fun with it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So that thread has all the vlogs I put up, and I also do YouTube shorts and stuff. And I think I'm the most active on Instagram. I post like way too many stories probably, but that's like where I'm the most active and where I'm the most like up to date with whatever's happening. So everything else kind of comes later. But yeah, it's been fun. I appreciate you guys even listening to me talking about this.
well, that's what we're doing. We're saying what's up, seeing what's going on, and if Vandekar and Stella have anything going on they want to share, more than welcome. And I know Pizza Art down there joining us from Italy. Appreciate you, friend. Always welcome to come share. If you want to speak in Italian, you
They have
can.
an event coming up.
I
They have an
know.
event.
Yeah, they do have an event coming up on the 30th with Buffalo at Buffalo Saloon in Decentraland. So definitely check that out. We'll be there. It's really cool. So he's joining us from Italy there. Um,
I got a little something
yeah,
going on actually.
definitely share.
Yeah. I've been working on a little project with a guy that I've been writing uh my vampire story for a long time with, and they got together another project, and they have a whole fund me page. It's legit on like Seed and Spark. Um, and it's so far it's been up for maybe 2.5, 3 weeks with the trailer that I made for it, and it's almost halfway funded, which is ridiculously exciting and surprising at the same time. But yeah, it's a short film. I'm the director of photography on it, and it's an origin story about Poison Ivy without the Batman part. It's actually a story about her botanist who kind of loses her man, tries to bring him back, goes down a really bad ayahuasca trip, and screws up along the way and wakes up Poison Ivy. So I'm really excited to be able to do that. Coco, would you're not helping me here? Would you shush? I don't know if you guys can hear my cat in the background. She's singing a
What
choir.
is with pets always doing that when we're talking on the phone?
Like seriously, she's just like nonstop.
No, but that's so
But
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, keep going.
it's I'm really excited about it. Having to shoot an ayahuasca experience and translate that on screen. Um, and at the same time, they sprung this on me, and I had 2 weeks before we had to make a video up. We did not have access to shoot the video or the trailer at the location, so they just gave me a bunch of pictures from it, and they're like, "Yeah, we just want to do a zoom in on the plant in question for the movie, you know, maybe in a thunderstorm." And I'm like, "But we don't have access to the place." Okay, so I actually created the whole thing in Blender, and that was probably the first time ever that after I finished a project in Blender, made it and sent it out, that I was actually proud of it. After all the work I've done online, all the Web3 stuff, this was the first time where I was like, God damn, dude, you did that shit in a day. You're a G. I was like patting myself on the chest for the first time. Yeah, it felt very, very good. I'll see if I can link this whole thing up to the top so you guys can check it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely post that. And it's funny that you're talking about Poison Ivy, because guess what Colorful is dressing up as this year?
Don't tell
Wow.
anybody. It's between us.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, this is the first year I'm doing that. We've done the Two-Face with the I think it's Sugar and Spice are the name of the girls from the movie, Tim Burton. And yeah, that was cool because I did both of the girls and then we photoshopped me in both. So that was fun. So we've done a couple Batman ones. We've done the Harley and the Joker. So we don't we
Sucks you're
don't
not
always do
local, man.
that
We're
theme.
gonna start casting really soon.
No. But yeah, we don't always do that theme, but I was like, you know what? I have like bright red hair. Let's do Poison Ivy. So we're gonna try that out. And I got Bleace the Riddler outfit. And yeah, Stella was showing me just the pictures of like all the work. I think your mom, Van the Car, does for costumes. Like so sick.
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, she's very authentic when it comes to it. She'll do all the research. She'll pull patterns from Hollywood websites, and like she's a beast.
No, like the exact cosplay. Like I was in
I'm gonna
shock.
post it
Yes,
up.
do it.
It takes like I think it takes like an hour for me to get into my Jack Sparrow costume she made.
That was so legit. Stella sent us a photo in the group chat, in the little spooky cute group chat.
Well, Colorful's not a local, but she does have family still down in South Florida. So, yeah, that was just crazy timing.
Hey,
And I love the premise, man. Like going to the origin story of Poison Ivy. I thought Uma Thurman's character, I thought that was really good. The movie itself, Arnold Schwarzenegger kind of ruined that, but she was really good. in that as Poison Ivy, and I just like that character and the play with Bane too. So that sounds like a really really cool premise, man, and that's awesome that's going forward. Definitely look forward to seeing what you do with that, because that's just awesome. You got me on ayahuasca too. Love exploring that and like the visuals you can do with that. Pretty limitless there. So that's really awesome. Love the take and the
Yeah,
premise.
that's where I'm like really excited, because I'm trying to get someone who does compositing and another person who's really good with modeling in Blender and Unreal, and I'm just gonna try and meld the experience between physical and fake and non-fake, it's all of it. I'm just gonna kind of mix it together. The CG is gonna be mixed in with the real. It's just gotta feel like, an ayahuasca trip. Like nothing, you don't know what's real or what's not.
Please look at the photos at the top in the video.
That's so good. The Hocus Pocus, the Jack Sparrow.
Have to be fully drunk to be in that costume.
Yeah, you gotta wear that up here.
You gotta drink rum. Where's the rum gone?
Yeah, he always gets into character. I think he's won a few costume contests with that.
Yo, like the cloth of the Hocus Pocus, like that looks so legit.
Oh yeah, she made all of that, all those details and everything. She did it by hand. She's a seamstress. She's amazing. Like, I definitely married into the right family.
Like that would go so hard at like Salem or something. Like if you went to Salem with that costume,
yes,
they would go crazy for that.
I know we were saying that like it'd be perfect for Glitch and Stella and I to dress up as that. She'll make her costume.
yes.
In a perfect world, fly out to Salem and just be witches for the day. Yeah, it gets crazy this time of year, or this month specifically. I'm like, if y'all go to Salem, go like in September, like late September.
I have been dying to go to Salem. Dying.
So fun. Such a fun thing to do. Like, it really is. But yeah.
Just don't get trapped into the quote unquote museums, because they are not museums. They have nothing from that time. It's all, it's like, feels
Replica.
just like a replicas, and feels like just a big gift shop. I don't know. Yeah, that's basically all they are. You're paying a ticket
there. I think I
into a gift shop.
Pinned that correctly.
You got like
okay.
rug there. I didn't hear what you said. Hello?
Haru?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I thought I was rugging. Okay.
Did that work?
No, I think you have to get the actual video and like put a reply on it, because it's taking you to another website and it's like blocking out Twitter completely.
Hold on.
Winifred Sanderson. I guess
yeah, it's just like it's St. Augustine
with red hair. It would make sense.
I'll be Max.
True.
Max likes your yabos.
Or the cat. I really like the cat, even though I don't like cats, but I like the cat.
Get out.
Or the dead guy that comes with them, and it could be that guy.
There's a lot of possibilities.
There are.
But yeah, the cool thing I think with Salem, like apart from what Bleace was saying, like yeah, you could do those things like the first year you go and it's funny and whatever. But there's so many cute stores, coffee shops. They have like all the locations from the Hocus Pocus movie. We went one year when it was the 25th anniversary, when I was the 30th, I think. I think this year is the 30th of Nightmare Before Christmas and Hocus Pocus, 1993, and so they might be doing something for that too. But yeah, it's just cute to take pictures, but the environment is just like, if you love Halloween, it's like everywhere. Like, it's everywhere there.
I have so many witches that I know from like Instagram that like live there, or they have like all these events that they go to, and I'm just like, oh, it's my place to be.
I also want to go to this one town. I don't know what the actual town's called in Oregon, but it's like where they filmed Halloween Town. So it's like they have like a bunch of like they have like the big pumpkin and like everything is like super cute. We did the Tarrytown here in New York, which is Sleepy Hollow, where the book was written. And so they do a lot of fun takes on that as well, and the big like jack-o'-lantern pumpkin blaze and all this stuff. So there are definitely like certain places in different areas that are like, they have that memorabilia for like Halloween stuff. I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest in the fall. I'm sure it's like probably gorgeous because everything, the nature there is stunning, but I love the Northeast in the fall. Like if I could just take off the entire month of October from like my full-time job and just literally be in the mountains in a cabin. I say this every year because I'm like, one day it's gonna happen, damn it. And just literally travel everywhere, just go to a bunch of bookstores and like cute, I don't know, just anything like Halloween related or fun, or yeah, that'd be the main goal.
That is so
Main
fun.
goal.
That is my idea of a good time.
Facts. Like y'all can stick with the clubs and like popping bottles every weekend. I'm trying to be like literally like a fairy, just in the forest.
I think I just finally linked it. There we go. So if you guys, you want to share the crap out of that, help us with the funding. Every little bit helps. Every share helps. Because this is going to be my first fully funded project, so it's super exciting. Something that I'm finally going to get paid for up front,
Heck yeah.
which feels...
I love the little plant that he did on... he like literally scoured the internet to find a good model, and like it's so cute. I love it.
There's a Film 3 space that's been going on like every Wednesday since I started even coming into Twitter Spaces, like on my personal page before this page even existed, and they're still going, which I just found out because Bleace was in it the other day. But yeah, it's a bunch of filmmakers. It's not always crypto related. It's mostly just kind of like independent filmmakers and that are trying to push like the new age of like films and everything like that. I can try to find information if you want to share it in there as well. But yeah, there's definitely like a community of filmmakers in the Web3 space, and that's kind of why we did that NGMI Live, because I got inspired by that. I know it was like a silly little short movie we did, but
I love that little
so
short
funny,
movie.
Though. It was just like the perfect timing for that. It was just and it was really fun to make. Like I was looking at the behind the scenes the other day of just like us filming it, and we just couldn't stop laughing. Like the whole thing was just like, we couldn't even like film the whole scene because we were just dying laughing at like Bleace grabbing me and like being like the shiller, and yeah, it was just it was a lot. But yeah, that's kind of what inspired that, and doing that, like the Film 3 hashtags, and there is definitely a community for that. So let me take a look at what's going on and share it.
Yeah, I think funding ends after 60 days. They're planning on starting to shoot sometime in mid to late February, and I believe casting is starting this month.
All right, Colorful, we gotta take some photo shots. Gotta get you in there for casting as Poison Ivy. We gotta.
That shot was so cool. I just saw it.
We gotta
Yes, she's gotta do the cameras.
So I'm gonna be the Riddler. I've got a whole Riddler suit here, and then she's gonna be Poison Ivy. So yeah.
Cute.
We're gonna see if we can spray Bleace's hair orange. We don't know how successful that will be. Just to play on like the Jim Carrey version, but we'll see. But we are definitely doing the Patrick Bateman cosplay soon, so we can troll the trolls on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
To walk around with a little metal wire hanger.
I don't get the love that Ranger gets on his TikTok. Ranger's got an ear infection and he's got his little TikTok community, and so I posted a video asking to send good vibes, and man, the fucking comments he's got, I have never gotten that much love than he gets when he's down bad. Like all of these people just commenting, it's just unreal. He's got a little following there, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, at Ranger the dog,
That is-
DAWG on TikTok. For whatever reason, like we created that just for fun, and it's just like it's been so, it actually got to the point where I think it was getting like so many likes. Like every time like we post something on that account, like people like love like Little Ranger, that I don't know why TikTok made it into like a business account. They're like, oh, they're like growing out here. Like we were able to put a link up on his page. We've never been able to put a link up on any of our TikToks. He has the link up, like it's so funny. I get why people like have social media accounts for their pets and take it really seriously, but like we literally just did it for fun. Like every once in a while we'll like post like a little video and like people love it. I'm just like, what? It's just so funny. And like Bleace was like, oh, send good vibes to Ranger, and it was like immediately like 100 likes, 30 comments like, we're thinking of you, Ranger. Like what the fuck? Like, oh, it's hilarious.
No, and it's a good point to bring that up because we were talking about like the stresses of like creating content, and I really created that to have like something that I wasn't stressing about. Like I don't like Ranger doesn't care if it's bad content. It's just whatever video I'll just
He
post.
cares.
I'll just post a random video. I'm not going to stress about it. It's going to be a quick clip. Like the other content that I'm creating for myself and others, it's like that stuff I stress out more. And no, I just wanted something that brought the joy of doing it again. And it did, and it still does. Like it just brings the joy of just doing it, posting it, and not having any expectation of like, I want this to do so well or whatever. It's like, no, it is what it is. And funny enough, like, having that approach, it's made me change my approach to what I was doing of like, stop taking this shit so seriously, man. Just fucking post, have a good time. If it's not sparking joy, it's not sparking joy. To not force it. There's other things that you have to force. You have other obligations. This is not one. This should be fun. This should be easy. It should be good vibes. If it's not good vibes, you just carry on. Is it worth your focus? Is it worth all of your energy? If it's draining you of that, then step away. It's okay to step away. And I think when we talk about like addiction to these apps, like if you're addicted to something, like that's not good. You got to have some balance there. Like it should not be like, the little rat hitting the heroin trying to get that high off of it. It should just be, a pastime, and to look at it as such. And I know it's easy to get caught up, easy to compare or whatever. It's like, nah, just go with the flow. And we saw Kid Cudi the other night, and he talked about that of, the albums that he put out that didn't, get well received, that are now people are going back and appreciating even more. It's like, stay true to you. Like, fuck if it's gonna make a lot of sales. If it's true to you and it's something you love to do, fuck the sales. Like, whatever. It's staying true to you as an artist. He went to different places with his art. He went to different places with his music. He experimented with different things when a lot of people aren't. And you look at someone, not to fully compare, but like Drake, his like last 3 albums, they all sounded the same. A Kid Cudi album, I can hear and say like, oh, that's on Wizard. Oh, that's on Man on the Moon. Like they have a completely different sound to them, where I couldn't hear a single song on one of Drake's and be like, I don't know what album. Like they all sound very similar, and I think that's why he's kind of stepping away too. I mean, his latest album, whatever, I won't go down there. But Kid Cudi live, staying true to you, staying you as unique, and you as you have something to offer. And it goes to what I was saying about the morning pages. Like you do have something to offer. To these morning pages are a gateway to get to the other side, to just get over that block, and to just let it flow, and to not get in your own way, to get out of your own way, to just go with this flow of energy, that you shouldn't feel small in the universe. you should feel bigger, that you're a part of something that's bigger than you in this universe. It shouldn't make you feel small. You're bigger than yourself. You're bigger than that the universe is creating through you, that like it took millions of years to get to this point, that it's not just about you as an individual, like you are a part of something much larger. And to tap into that more you can tap into that, that there's something that you are going to tap into that you didn't think of before. And morning pages are a really great source of that, because you'll start, as you're just flowing, and through the repetition of this, like I will fly through 1,000 words, like, and I'll be like, damn, I just wrote 3,000 words, like, holy shit. And before you know it, you will have a book. And I promise you that, because that's how my books came to be, is just through persistence. And she talks about not doing it, whatever mood, fuck your mood. You're just doing it. Like it's non-negotiable. And it really does help with mental health. It really does. Whether you are an artist or not, it's mental health. It alleviates so much anxiety. It alleviates depression. It allows you to be more present in the moment. You're here, you're right now, and that's infinite, of not living too much in the past, not living too much in the future. You're here, you're now. And even Cuddy said, like, when he wrote Speeding Bullet to Heaven, like, he was really going through it and really wanted to end it all, and he just was not happy. And that album just was him letting that out, was him harnessing his Kurt Cobain and having, a Kurt Cobain moment. And I'm sure that was powerful for him, knowing what Kurt Cobain went through mentally and the mental struggles that he went through, that, fame doesn't offer that. And the sooner you can get over that and realize that it comes from inner, that if you keep looking for the outside sources, you can look to so many examples of people that it did not achieve. It does not fulfill that there's fulfillment in other ways. But
yeah, and you have to also consider, like, when he wrote that, like, or when he made that album, like what he was saying, like he was staying true to himself. Like it got bad reviews or no sales, because at that time it was like, what are you even doing? Like, you're a rapper kind of vibe. But he knew that eventually people would connect to it, and they did. And now, like, look, it's now 2023, and like there's young kids that absolutely love that album because they feel like they connect to it. And I think a lot of alternative, like, artists, like music artists specifically, like I'm seeing Lana Del Rey blow up again, like after years. Like, she's never sold this many concert tickets. She's never, like, had these streaming numbers, because she didn't do it for that. Like, yeah, Born to Die, like, ended up going viral and everything with the help of, like, other artists. Like, she gives credit to The Weeknd a lot for posting her on his Tumblr and, like, giving her, like, a lot of her fame. And but now it's like these new teenagers and this new generation are connecting with her in, like, ways that maybe, like, a lot of the older crowd didn't. And now everyone's kind of catching along. And if you stay true to your art, people will catch on. You will find the people that catch on, like, and that's why I do love her so much. I'm sure if you guys follow me, I'm a Lana stan, but it's because I love that she doesn't try to be a pop star. She doesn't try to be like a celebrity. Like she worked a shift at the Waffle House. She's just, like, trying to, like, literally experience these American things. And yeah, obviously with every human being, there's some questionable things sometimes where you're like, what's happening? But I think in general, like, I just love that, like, she has always stayed authentic to her art and her poetry and her lyrics. And sometimes it didn't catch on. Certain records didn't sell like Born to Die did, or like the viral songs did. Like, they were just kind of there. But then now they're like, oh wow, this is, like, incredible work, and now it's, like, catching on. So I kind of just look at, those are my two artists, like, at least music artists, that I kind of, like, look for an inspiration in that way of just, like, being unique. I like Tyler the Creator a lot too. I like a lot of, like, music artists that really take their time, or not even take their time, but, like, just really stay true to their vibe. Like, they never morphed into anything else and became successful off of that, because people eventually caught on. What up, Poison?
yeah, for sure. And it's timeless, and I think a good idea is timeless. Yeah, time and timing could be everything for marketing purposes, but a good idea is timeless, and it will always be that. And whenever people can return to it, and a lot of uh, Doors albums didn't get a lot of plays until the 80s, 10 years after Jim had died. Uh, and you can go through history of a lot of artists not being appreciated in their time. Van Gogh killing himself was penniless. He had no money and didn't become famous till years later, um, and having his pieces sell. So putting it out there, realizing that you're creating something that's beyond you as an individual body, that you're putting out this energy that's coursing through you that came from this universe. Like the universe is discovering itself through us, that it's not just us acting as individuals, that we're tapping into something larger than ourselves. We go back to the cave paintings, and I just would love to see those in person. I just think they have such an aura, and when we talk about aura, it's that energy, that rawness, and you feel that too in live performances. Like I love the virtual concerts because, again, there's a certain level of energy that can't be felt just maybe watching a YouTube video. When you're in these virtual spaces with people, you can feel their presence. That there's something special there, and it's all about different ways that you can share your energy. And I guess I wanted to keep this to an hour. I have to go on my artist date today. I couldn't go yesterday. Take your inner child, your inner artist out on a date. Go for a walk. The 20-minute walk can really change you. I am going to go to a library and just feel the presence of books, because again, books have that energy. And I just wanted to leave with some creative affirmations. Again, I'm on this 12-week journey with the Artist's Way, staying true to this, getting back to my morning writings again. I kind of stopped writing after writing the books, but she has these creative affirmations that she wants you to write down at the end of one of your morning writings. And I just wanted to share some of this because I'm going to share this journey with you. I'm going to do this again next Sunday too, so please come by and share. And it's just all about just sharing energy. And as I create and listen, I will be led. Creativity is the Creator's will for me. My creativity heals myself and others. I am allowed to nurture my artist. Through the use of a few simple tools, my creativity will flourish. My creativity always leads me to truth and love. My creativity leads me to forgiveness and self-forgiveness. There is a divine plan of goodness for my work. As I listen to the Creator within, I am led. As I listen to my creativity, I am led to my Creator. I am willing to create. I am willing to learn and to let myself create. I am willing to be of service through my creativity. I am willing to experience my creative energy. I am willing to use my creative talents. I want that to be true to everyone that can hear this, that you all have something to bring. You're here for a reason. You're here right now, and right now is infinite. And I just want you to just tap into that. Past and future, just illusions, to just try to live right now. And I think dogs are a great reminder of that. When you take a dog for a walk, they are present, they're right there, and they're just really great emotional support animals. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate Vandekar sharing his story, and go to the top here and just like and retweet all of the tweets. We all are have something going on, and a like and a comment, a share really does go a long way. It's free to support artists. Get it out there, and we can all help each other go further, one step at a time. if there's any last words anyone wants to say, please feel free.
Just one last thing.
Yeah.
I did pin up the Jordan Bain that I was telling you about. She's the one that kind of like, I'm not gonna say started the movement of film theory, but definitely, has gathered the crowds of everything going on. So definitely connect in their spaces, because they're always raising money for films and doing all that. So good person to follow.
Also, I wanted to add, if you get to the Fund Me page for this project I'm doing, anybody who decides they want to help out and donate for the first few, however many different denominations there are, you do get a plant that will be featured in the film as one of the perks. So depending on which one, I think there might even be just one ayahuasca plant being given out. But either way, check out the site, share it, donate if you want, and yeah, good seeing everybody.
All right, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, I appreciate it. Appreciate everyone coming by and stopping by. And yeah, until next time, I will be doing another space next Sunday, so feel free to join and come hang out.
Catch you then, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend.
Bye.
All right, Twitch. Appreciate everyone coming through. Twitch and YouTube. Apologize. Yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll be back next Sunday with another art chat with friends. That was great to catch up with everybody. But yeah, till next time, peeps.